another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about ads, more ads, and even more ads. This is going to be the first announcement video for August. We have a lot of releases in August, including hopefully by the end of the month or maybe the beginning of September glasses. So that's going to be nice. This is the platform for ads. The platform is fully functional, has been tested, is performed well. We are yet to open registrations to the public, but that is in process. We are taking our time with this one since this is the core functionality of the platform. But since since you can see here, we have around 8,000 ads booked, so that's what we're gonna release with. We have around 25 million real and virtual screens. We want to separate those to give you a better sense of how many screens we have. We have around 500,000 real screens and then 24.4 virtual screens. Most of them come from Digital Land virtual screens. In terms of full, how full size, full scopes, how big will this eventually get? I think we'll see 100 million here, probably next year, and we'll get into the billions in 2 years. So this is gonna be a pretty huge, pretty massive number. The Digital Land Update 4 goes live later today. We're going to upload new guides. Those guides are gonna go in the About section. These are gonna be 4 community created tutorials, so that's nice. Later in the weekend, we are going to upload new properties for the premium section, so the collection section will be refreshed, and we are going to deploy around 20 bug fixes, so that's also good. A lot of progress on this area as well. We're working on listing on DeFi Llama, aside from Bitmart, Alex, and other platforms. This is an easy one, and it looks like it might be done in a week or two. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can ship this next week. The TVL valuation, we'll see how many of these we can get through. Last time we did a TVL valuation, TVL calculation, we got around $60 million in total value locked in the network. That's mostly due to collateral, because the value of the discount is collateralized with the value of the billboards that we get, and the collateralization of the value of the NFTs, which we are valuing at around $200 on average. And since we have minted all of those NFTs, around 13,000, that gives us a valuation of 2.6 million. So a lot of registrations, a pretty healthy ecosystem, and hopefully in a week or two you will be able to see that in DeFi Llama, and then we will be able to see how that keeps growing over time. We are not crazily focused on promotion right now. We are mostly focused on building, but some promotion is always good. As we release more and more stuff, we will focus more and more on marketing and growth. So we're gonna attend our first Stacks community event. That's gonna be next week. We're gonna present some crazy new things there. We're gonna talk about security and community. We're gonna talk about how we built the Bifari community and how we plan to make it grow even more, well into the hundreds of thousands of members. And that's gonna be, I think, next Friday, August the 11th. So I'm gonna be talking about building and securing Web3 communities on Bitcoin, and I'm gonna be joined by Chris Kastic from Console XYZ and a couple of other highly regarded folks in the Stacks community. So we are incredibly happy about the lineup and about the event, and we thank XTX London for their graciousness in inviting us to the event. So we're pretty happy that we have started to show Bitfari to the community. Obviously, this is a process. As we launch more and more stuff, we will go to more and more events. We believe in building first and then talking later, but this is a pretty healthy sign of our growth. As we go to these events and as we let more and more people know about Bitfari, obviously that translates into growth for the community and growth on every level. The presentation will be, we will tape it, we will record it, and we will also distribute all of that on YouTube in its entirety. So the Simple App Protocol first version is done. I did earlier this week I did a video series. I think it was 3 or 4 videos, so around an hour and a half, talking about the protocol, how it works, how everything is tied up together. Obviously, this is not trivial because you're creating a protocol for the entire web on all its mediums. So the protocol needs to work for billboards, for banners, for social media, for AR, etc., etc., etc. So it's a pretty robust protocol that supports multiple targeting modalities and introduces the new crypto targeting modality, which is something that we have pioneered. Extremely excited about this. The contract has been posted to mainnet. The last version is on testnet. So we will integrate it with the system and then launch it to the public so that you can start placing ads soon. So far, we are the only ones that have been using the platform. Since we need to turn on some systems for this to fully work, we are asking for the community's patience until we open registrations to the public. Just to give you a clearer idea, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about the networks. We have 30 networks roughly. When Bitfari is fully coded, we're gonna probably be managing around, I don't know, like anywhere from between 100 to 500 networks. Each network targets a different marketing use case. In the first batch of networks that we have done, all the ones in the yellow will be open for registration on day 1, and then probably in 2 weeks we will start projecting the ads that are posted, so you can take your time, you can register and then grab a cup of coffee, wait a week or 2, and then you will start seeing the ads on different mediums. This is because we have to activate more systems on the distribution side, but some of them you will see immediately, obviously. But of course, networks like Wallscapes, for you to see these ads, you need to have the glasses. So we need to ship the glasses, the AR glasses client, and obviously we need to ship the wallet as well. But some of these ads will be viewable from the web. So the ones that are viewable from the web, you see right away. The ones that are viewable from the client, you will see when the client is released. Let me just talk briefly about the networks, because a lot of people have a misunderstanding about what Bitfari is and how it works, especially people that arrived later in the game. We plan to take all the advertising in the planet, or hopefully a pretty large fraction of it, and distribute it efficiently, and this means creating a solution for multiple advertising channels. In that respect, Bitfari Solutions is to create networks so that every use case has its own network and ads can be distributed following a different set of rules on every single network. So Bitfari is a collection of networks. It doesn't respond to just one set of rules, like ads are distributed following these 10 rules. It doesn't work like that. Ads are distributed according at a matrix of rules that change on a network by network basis. The agency network is a private network where agencies can have their own ads and distribute them using Bitfari according to the rules. So this is private. It still uses the FARI token. Still the full network benefits from that, but agencies in that case get to set their own rules. They might have private algorithms that they don't want to share with the world, and they want to keep those on private servers. So that's the facility for them. So this is more or less like a whitelisting solution. The SAID network is a network for Telfari users. It's like a protocol within a protocol. It's a protocol within Bitfari, and this will be probably the best way for you to understand it is email running on Bitfari. So you send a mail, you send an email, and instead of that email reaching somebody's computer, it reaches a screen, it reaches a billboard, it reaches a location on OSM or a location on the digital LAN. Billboards is the network that people are most familiar with when they speak about Bitfari. Billboards.btc is the network that takes the major billboards of our network. And when you post a message here or ad, the ad goes to one of those big billboards. Screens is for lesser screens, smaller screens that go inside businesses, could either be inside or outside. It also targets screens on offices and that sort of thing. Panorama is AR. These are some of the ads that you see when you have your glasses on. Panorama ads are not pegged to any location. They are placed on top of a node, and that node is projected on top of the sky, and then the ad is projected on the sky. So it's the biggest type of ad that there is, right? Direct mail is for direct mail promotions via Bitfari. Times2 is Times Square network, so anything posted here goes to our network of billboards in Times Square. Malls is for malls in America, gyms in America, stadiums in America, high schools in America, and finally wallscapes. Those are the ads. If you want to put signage on an AR basis on a building, you will use the wallscape network. So you don't need to learn a language to put an ad on a building. You just need to use the wallscapes network, and then you specify the code of the building or the name of the building, and you're done. So if you want to place an ad on the Empire State, you use the wallscapes network. You choose Empire State, and then when you have your glasses on, you'll see the ad there. So it's pretty simple, right? And all of this is ready. Also, we have all of these addresses. But Bitfari has probably one of the largest and most interesting compendium of .btc domains. We have pretty powerful group of domains. Some of them are really interesting. So we have the geofence.btc network. So if you just provide a latitude on YouTube, we can set an ad to that location. We have the OSM.btc network ready as well. So if you want to send an ad to an OSM location, that's done. We have Waze running. So if you want to send an ad indoors, that's done as well. We have roads map. So if you want to place an ad that gets viewed through a windshield. We have the distribution of the ad, but we don't have still the client that will distribute the ad to the windshield of the car. But we did a test on that front. It worked well. Hopefully that's something that could be posted to testnet soon or soonish, right? 911.btc, that one's ready. It's a security channel, so if anyone has any problems, they post to the digital LAN, and that gets routed to the security department of the building, office, or a Twitter account if the place has been whitelisted. So that's a service that we're going to provide for free. Location owners might get tip for their services in this regard, but this is free. So when people post things here, they might spend some transaction costs, but generally this is free. The key use case of the 911 network is not for you to ask for help. It's for you to document and ask for help. So let's say that you are adrift. You are adrift on the sea and there's nobody to help you. You take a couple of pictures, you put them to this network, to this location. You call 911. You might or might not have signal, but maybe you have satellite internet. So there you go. You post to this location and you're documenting a call for help. You will use obviously the radio on your cruise or on your ship to talk with authorities, but you can support that call for help, posting that information on the digital land. It's a pretty nifty, pretty nice use case that can help a lot of people, and the BitFi is going to provide it for free. NRHP, what is this? This is the National Registry of Historic Places. So if you minted a historic place, there's a network specifically for you. If you are an advertiser that wants to post an ad on a historic place, you will use this network to place ads at a discounted rate. The ads rotate across 20,000 historic places in America, and they are very cheap. They cost around 90% what a Google ad will cost you. So you are able to book 10 times more ads using Bitfari. The ads are moderated at 3 levels. They are moderated by bots to just limit bad words or reduce bad words, and then to discard ads that use hate speech and the sort. Then they go to a level of auditing, and then they go for approval by the screen operator. So 3 levels of approval for every ad, and good prices, right? We also have the cover page network ready. This is a network that allows you to place an ad on the cover page of bitfari.com. When users open Bitfari, they get paid for seeing that ad, so everybody's happy. Advertisers get a lot of exposure. Users get a complimentary fee for their attention, so everybody's happy. We also have the Clicks BTC and the Contextual.btc networks. Clicks is nearly full. Contextual is 10% there. We are pending to work on these 2 networks as well. But once we are done with these 2, we'll follow up with the applications and GeoWeb networks. The storefront network is a network of real screens that go in front of storefronts, and this is not something that we deploy. We create incentives for people to deploy the network. So you will see a lot of offers probably by the end of this year or beginning of the next, where we start owning our screens and deploying our billboards and creating our own real billboard network that is fully owned by Bitfari and obviously operated by storefront owners. We will offer a bonus of 1,000 Faris for everyone that installs a screen, and those 1,000 Faris can be they can be redeemed for a nominal price of $126 per Fari. So that's over $120K per screen installation. Obviously, you will have to see how the nominal pools work, but that gives you an idea of how big the Bitfari incentives are for people that decide to join the networks. And this is something that we will extend probably within a period of less than 5 years, so that we start acquiring billboards as well, because that's another part of our goal. We want to first be an agent that sells the billboards of other systems, but we eventually want to be a network that owns the most billboards in America. So right now we are the network that connects to the most billboards in the world. We think nobody else is reporting is talking in that language, but we think we are the biggest agent. We want to be the biggest operator, so we want to be also the biggest owner of billboards, and we do that by entering in partnerships with storefront owners, and there are going to be similar partnerships for big billboard operators. The way this works, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it kind of goes 50-50. So 50 the network, 50 the screen operator. Anyone that wants to get a TV and they want to put it in front of a storefront, connects to that TV, connect to the internet. We give you ads. We give you ads based on your location. We give you ads based on the type of place that you are in. We give you ads based on the preferences of people that are nearby, and you monetize those ads in real life. So pretty good deal there. We have the first advertiser, paying advertiser. His name is Antonio Maresta. We will feature his art in the cover page. We also have 10 potential advertisers that are like him that we will be working to convert from potential clients to clients this year so that the cover page is full. We also have 2 additional advertisers that potential advertisers that come from the Stacks network that will also place ads on the cover page. So the cover page at this point is totally sold, meaning that it's operating at 100%. So when we add more advertisers, it will be operating at 200%, 300%, then 1000% capacity, etc. So we plan to oversell this and then have people compete for ad space, right? So even before launching, we are filling up some networks, and you can see that on this list. So cover page is full. We have all the advertisers that we need for a 100% run every day, all day. The Times Square network is also full. The CPA network is also full. This one has around 2.6 million ads. So quite a few ads here. But this one only pay when you complete an action, when you buy a product, when you complete a form, etc. Then the Clicks.btc is full, but this is through partners, so that's also good. This is the one that has the biggest budget, around 150 million ads, paying around roughly $75 million. But we're not gonna get that because we don't have the users, right? When we get the users, they will be able to get the ads from the clicks. But this just gives you an idea of how hard we have been working in order to acquire ads. So it's not that we're gonna open this and ask you, oh, please post an ad because we wanna get ads. We already have the ads. We already have the screens. Well, the only thing that we need is the users, and we have already 10,000 of those. So it's in this year we're just following the path from 10,000 to 100,000, and then next year we'll go chase the first million. We're releasing the VIP Stratospheric Leader NFT. This is something that we announced and sold in February of this year, and the program is now getting expanded. When you buy this, you get all sorts of discounts. You get access to our intranet. You get free passes to the Bitfari events. On the intranet, you can talk to me like privately. You get a calendar link where you can talk to me, and then you can get free training, which is the most important part of the NFT. So if you want to build a crypto company, you can join our community of VIPs, of Stratospheric Leaders, and we'll tell you how to begin and grow a crypto company, right? So everything from community building, coding, recruiting, programming, using the Stacks network, in-depth look at advanced features. For example, the latest course was a course about digital land minting in depth. So that's a course with 15 videos, and we will expand that to all the way to 30 videos. So we're giving a lot of information in this course. When you join, you'll see a lot of surprises. It started at $30. It's now close to $100, right? So 199 stacks. The price increases 3x twice a year because we keep adding 3x the content twice a year. So that's why the price of this NFT increases. The first time we released this NFT, it was $29.99, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or $19, $20, something like that. It has now increased to $100. It will increase to probably $200 to $300 by year's end, and then next year on June it will increase again. Great program, great NFT. That NFT has been launched with 4 additional NFTs, the club NFTs. We're gonna announce another airdrop next week. This one's gonna be same size as the last one, but we're gonna use a different program, more sophisticated program, to filter the users better and get them to do different tasks. And for that, we have a meeting with ambassadors and volunteers next week. So we will announce that, and we will announce that on Monday. Okay, so stay tuned for an announcement on Monday for this meeting, where we're gonna give additional club NFT coupons and more incentives, even some FARIs for participants. And this is a program that's gonna be led by Sheila. She's our growth lead. So she will be managing this program, so that I can get more time to focus on other things. All right. I guess that's it. That's it for our presentation. A lot of announcements. As you can see, we're moving pretty fast, doing a lot of stuff. But we just won't stop until we get to our goal, get to the finish line, right? Thanks for your attention, and remember to always bring life to your location.